hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday, and previewing and reviewing the latest shows from WWE, AEW, New Japan, and everything in between every Saturday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I am, of course, your host, James J., flying solo today. And it was a good week for Wrestling Wit, as last Monday we interviewed TJ Error, Wednesday Danny Nemesis, and Wednesday we interviewed Jonathan Monroe. Three incredible interviews. Three very different, interesting individuals. Definitely cannot recommend those enough. If you haven't already, go and check them out in the archives. But always looking to the future, this Tuesday we have Jay Bonsai Blast from Canada. We talk his most recent bull rope match. We talk about teaming with Al Snow. We talked some anime, and a bunch more on that one. And then on Wednesday, we have New Money, Selena Dean. We talk about her rivalry with Marty Bell, wrestling Allison Kay for the first time, Charlie Cruel. We talk about taking a step back from wrestling to pursue bodybuilding, a hot dog eating contest, fencing, and the Crow Bros. So a very interesting and unique interview for sure. You definitely want to check that out on Wednesday. And then check out our social media for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more at Wrestling with E. Alright, now that we're done putting ourselves over, I don't know why I'm using the plural. It's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the news. And, I suppose it's a good week if you're a Matt Cordona fan. He made his return to WWE as Matt Cordona, not Zack Ryder, yesterday on SmackDown, defeating, one of the, what they called, um, Kit Harington or Elton Price or one of those guys. Anyway, Matt Cordona is now officially WWE again, who, I guess, Triple H was smoking crack for New Year's, decided that was a good idea. Maybe Chelsea Green finally wore him down enough. I don't know. I don't see this being a big sign at all. I don't see where he's going to move the needle at all. I don't see where people are going to care about him in the long run. I do see that it is just going to be Zack Ryder under a new name, all intents and purposes. Maybe one of a part of that deal with him coming in was that Chelsea Green had to drop the United States title. Also, something that happened last night on SmackDown. She dropped it to Julia, and the crowd went, huh? And then meh. I like Julia, but there is something missing with her 100% on the main roster. She's kind of just lost that luster and that attitude that made her unique and interesting. With coming, what's actually brought her to WWE in the first place. Uh, I think that she's kind of missing it right now. She doesn't necessarily have it. I don't think Kiana James does her any favors as well. And Kiana's not over. Kiana, Kiana hasn't gotten over. So what makes them think that somebody that can get over is going to get somebody that used to be over, but not over right now? She just she needs to find a way to connect with the fans. Very much like Asuka was able to connect with the fans. Very much like Io connected with the fans. I would like to see some type of, I would say, storyline, honestly. Make me care about Julia, because right now, putting a title on her and saying care about her is not working. Um, for all the bad, there was some good that came out of SmackDown, and that is, Whoop That Trick is now officially on the SmackDown roster. This is no surprise whatsoever. He lost in the Madison Square Garden show a couple of months ago to Miles Bourne. So I mean, there was really nothing left for him to do. Um, kind of wish that he was on Raw, but we'll see what he does on SmackDown. Hopefully there's some opportunities for him. Hopefully they just don't draw him with Priest and do that for 6 months, because that would be honestly a waste of both guys' time and talent, if I'm being completely honest. Um, but yeah, Trick's on SmackDown. Hopefully he'll have a good performance in the Rumble, and we'll kind of take it from there. Wait and see. Um, Somebody that will be making a return sooner rather than later is a one Chad Gable. Um, and a lot of people are kind of scratching their heads to what to actually do with Chad, because El Grande Americano has had somewhat of a iconic run without Chad Gable. So, I mean, I don't think Grande is going to go back when he's came so far into the future, especially with Bravo and Lario, or Lucario, or whatever the fuck his name is. Um, I would kind of think that it would be interesting to see Chad Gable versus El Grande Americano. I think that, I mean, that's why he brought him into WWE to begin with, was to slay luchadors, and he's been doing that. So it would only make sense that Chad Gable would come and destroy the person that he brought into WWE. Well, I mean, it makes sense in WWE terms, I would say. Um, from returns to um the opposite end of that spectrum, retirements. Mercedes Martinez has officially announced that she will be slowing down her active pro wrestling role. Not technically retiring from the business, but she isn't going to be a full-time competitor going forward. Um, I would say that she's had a Hall of Fame career the way that it is. It's nothing to sneeze at, and a lot of people has um haven't come nearly as close to doing what she's done. So, um, fantastic competitor, fantastic individual. Um, I'm happy for her. I do hope that we get maybe retirement match. Maybe something with Shayna Baszler would be fantastic. But I mean that's to be seen, and hopefully will come when the time is right. And speaking of Shayna Baszler, um, she's been working behind the scenes for NXT. Kind of officially an unofficial official member of Gorilla, helping some of the girls out. Um, which I think is honestly great for Shayna. Um, I think that I do think that there was maybe a couple of missed opportunities with Shayna in the past. Um, and I mean, she is kind of getting up there in age, so I mean, there wasn't that much time to use her, unfortunately. But she's obviously very knowledgeable about business, and she obviously knows a lot. So why won't you capitalize on that? And it seems like that's what Shawn Michaels is doing right now. Maybe we'll get Shayna. I don't want to see that she's going to retire, but maybe every now and again we'll see her in the ring, as a treat. But I wouldn't be mad if she took a backstage role because I do think that she deserves that comfy office job. Um, on the topic of retirements, don't know if you could kind of call this a retirement, but Brock Lesnar guy, longtime super fan. For anybody that doesn't know, when you see the WWE Monday night, the Raw after Mania 2011, I want to say, maybe 2012, when Brock Lesnar made his return back. That guy that did the Brock Lesnar thrust, I want to say, um, he's been known as the Brock Lesnar guy ever since. Um, he's you, if you look hard enough, you can see him in the front row for a lot of major WWE shows. Um, Apparently, he has attended his last WWE show. Says that he's retiring from going to WWE events. Um, I think he said pro wrestling events, but I don't remember seeing him all that often in like AEW events. But I mean, we shall see with that. I do still think that it's kind of a show of the times where ticket prices are too damn high that, guys like even super fans are kind of getting priced out. Except Green Short Guy. Green Short Guy is forever front row. Um, but yeah, Brock Lesnar guy said that he's going on to other things, bigger and better things, whatever that means. Um, I'm pretty sure he's from Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, maybe he's a Cubs fan, so he likes masochism. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he'll corner his money on that. But whatever he wants to do, it's obviously his choice. Um, an odd thing that happened this week in pro wrestling news is the Jumping Bomb Angels actually put up a petition to join the WWE Hall of Fame. They want people to sign it so WWE can induct them. I would probably make the argument that they didn't need to go that far. That WWE should have just, inducted them properly. Um, maybe they've gotten lost in history to some degree. Um, but they are somebody that should be in the Hall of Fame. I would say. But they're taking the initiative and they're, um, campaigning to actually be inducted. I do hope WWE just takes notice and just, decides to pull the trigger. Um, I would say that it's quite topical as the Rize arc made an impact in the movie theaters for anime fans, connecting Bomb Angels, Bomb Devil. It's clever. Um, so yeah, let's see what happens there. Um, and our last bit of news is Sheamus underwent a successful shoulder surgery. Wishing him and hoping him a speedy recovery. We shall see what happens there. Um, Hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later. All right. And now a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside. Hey, folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.